guys, how's it going? I'm currently studying aerospace engineering at the University of Colorado Boulder. Last fall, the fall of 2020, I took an aircraft dynamics class, essentially a class where you have to determine the aircraft state, its different stability derivatives and control laws for different types of airplanes and multi-rotors or small UAS. My professor loved to ask questions, especially early on in the semester, pertaining to essentially aircraft state. So there's engineers or aerospace engineers use this 12 state space vector, which is comprised of different angles that lets you define an aircraft state, or angle speeds, certain aircraft parameters that lets you define the aircraft state. And he would ask these funny true-false questions where you'd have to think outside the box to get the correct answer. So you commonly have to think, oh, that the aircraft's upside down, or it's in some unusual attitude. So it inspired me to make this video and try to add some practicality to it. Our professor also really loved to do something called Premaneuver, which is like a nice version of Tosh.0, in which he'd make fun jokes about aircraft dynamics in meme format. So I thought this would be right up his alleyway. You might need to have some engineering background to fully get some of the jokes and some of the explanations, but if not, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch up with you guys shortly. Hey Professor, it's Emerson from your 3128 Aircraft Dynamics class I took in the fall of 2020. Just wanted to say you inspired me to make this video based on some of the true-false questions you asked pertaining to aircraft state early on in the semester. You definitely stumped me on a couple of them, but I hope to add some practicality to some of the true-false questions you stumped me on, and then also ask you a couple true-false questions of my own and apply them practically with a real airplane. So I'll go ahead and post a couple true-false questions on the screen right now. Feel free to take a sec to pause the video and answer them. And I'm assuming that you've done that now. I'm going to go ahead and try to make all those questions true. I'll do my best. It should be good fun. I'm working my way over to a practice area here, getting to a safe altitude and a safe airspace. But I'll check back on with you guys shortly with a funny little GoPro on my head to hopefully record the experience in a first-person point of view, so you guys can kind of see some of the instrumentation, some of the aircraft visuals, if you will. But I'll talk to you guys in a second. Hey Professor, I'm back. Camera on, I'm sure I look kind of silly, but like I said, hopefully that gets you guys a good view. I got my handy dandy lab safety glasses on, and this is a lab environment. We've worked our way over to a safe practice area in terms of airspace and traffic, so we have no real other planes to worry about. I have 2 seat belts in case I screw up, and then a parachute in case I really screw up. We'll climb up to about 8,000 feet here, and we'll go ahead and set the aircraft up to begin some of the maneuvers. Go ahead and level off here, and we'll bring the aircraft up to competition power, and we can begin. Alright, power is set, oil temperature and oil pressure look good. Go ahead and turn to heading us south here, and we can begin. Alrighty. First thing we're going to do now is we're just going to roll the airplane upside down, check the inverted oil system, inverted oil and fuel. My face is going to turn red. Alright, inverted oil and fuel looks good. My seatbelts look good. We'll go ahead and roll back over. Cool. And the first thing that we're going to do now, the first maneuver I'd like to do, I'm going to start with we roll over upside down, and now we're going to push the nose down, so we're going to descend. This is a lot like one of the first true-false questions you asked in class. That stumped me. We'll build the speed right up to about VNE, as fast as the airplane can go. We'll pull to the level here, and then we'll do a 6G pull to the vertical. Oh, this sucks. We'll set a vertical line now, and with the vertical line set, we'll slowly start to add some delta A, and we'll get some P rate going. As we run out of airspeed, the delta A is going to flip, but we're still going to be spinning the other direction. Now we're flying backwards. Power's going to come back out. We'll go ahead and recover. And now on the downline, we'll do an accelerated stall, and we'll go into a flat spin. Power's coming in. Boy, am I trying to remember my Euler angles now. This the U velocity is 0 right now, but we're still spinning around the vertical axis. We'll go ahead and recover, descending decently. This is a lot like my grade after the final exam. And we'll go ahead and climb out. Cool. The next maneuver I want to do is something called knife edge flight, in which we'll turn the wings 90 degrees, and we'll use the body as a wing, use it as kind of a lifting body, or the fuselage as a lifting body, and the rudder as the elevator, and we'll still try to climb. The air is not super dense right now, but we might be able to do it. So we'll go ahead and turn to a heading right here, level off, and then what we'll do is we'll turn the wings 90 degrees, add some rudder, and essentially we're holding altitude, maybe climbing a little bit. Yeah, so the wings aren't producing any lift. The body, or the fuselage, is kind of working as a lifting body, and the rudder is the elevator. So we're descending a little bit, but sometimes you can get it to climb, especially if you're a little bit lower. So cool. That's about all the stuff I wanted to show you guys. I'm gonna bring the power back here just a little bit. I wanted to thank you for teaching a great class. I think you did a pretty good job of doing that. It definitely inspired me. It made it fun. So I hope other students who take your class, maybe you can use this as a 3.0 submission, and you can kind of show them some of the practical aspects of everything. I know I'm more of a visual learner. I hope I did a pretty good job explaining it. I hope I didn't screw up too many of the formalities. We're trying to describe some things, but if I did, I apologize. I was a little preoccupied. But yeah, other than that, I just wanted to say thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to working with you in the future if that's something you'd like to do. You guys take care. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys shortly. Have a good one. Whee!